Okay, what's going on, guys and gals? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense. Excuse me. I must have I must have fell asleep yesterday while I was sitting in my chair, and I think I dozed off and was doing some heavy snoring or something because my throat is a little scratchy, it's a little sore. But for the most part, I still got to do what I got to do. So, what I want to do is what I talked about yesterday, I believe it was, and the day before. I posted a short video on Facebook of my fragrance of the day Friday, which was, and I forgot to grab it. This is my Parfums de Marly that I got from Dwayne Bridendorf. And first thing people started doing is talking about the coloration. And I have not dealt with Parfums de Marly any that I can remember. I haven't bought any because I'm assuming it's a little on the expensive side, which is why I never bought it. I think the bottle that I seen somebody talk about on YouTube was like $200 or something like that, which is way out of my price range. So this one came from Dwayne, and I got it in. I hadn't worn it until Friday, and I love it. And everybody else who commented on that and the post that I posted on YouTube loved it. Instagram loves it also. Then I started getting all these messages from people saying, "Oh, your juice color is wrong. It's supposed to be red. It's supposed to be darker than that." And I'm like, what the fuck difference does it make, bro? Like, if the shit smells good, it lasts me 8+ hours, and I got 2 compliments, who gives 2 shits? It's just a decant, and it was free. I didn't have to pay for it. So I'm not the one tripping. It seems like everybody else has their panties in a wad because the juice color is wrong and all of this. So people yesterday and Friday started commenting and saying, "Oh, well, the earlier batches back when it first came out were a darker color red. The newer batch variations are this color." And when people start getting into batch variations and all that kind of stuff, I don't even tune into that type of stuff. I don't care about batch variations and all of that. I know reformulations happen all the time. I understand. I do understand that most of the time reformulations happen because people are trying to be cheaper with the product and make it for, a better price. But what I feel is, if you're gonna cheapen the product from what it used to be, the strength isn't what it used to be, the longevity, the projection, then I think you also should lower the price. If you're gonna be using cheaper ingredients, or you're gonna change the batch to where it's not what it used to be, at least lower the price. But for the most part, I let Dwayne know that, hey, people are saying whatever, and then he made a video of him actually spraying from his bottle into a decant. And what color did he get from his? This color. So people also started coming in and commenting and saying that, yes, this juice coloration is right. This is what's out now. Whatever. So if you don't believe me, go to my comment section and read the comments, and you'll see people on Facebook and on YouTube. It's up in the air. Some people say yay, some people say nay. I'm in the middle, and where I'm saying I don't give two fucks. It is what it is. So, what I decided to do is I have a small decant bottle here, empty. And I got this from Matt from Georgia Gent. And this is a envelope, and it has buku decants and all kinds of stuff that I've never heard of or seen before. And I have been digging through this bag and trying to pick out some good ones to wear. But I dug through this bag because I remember seeing it. And I found, guess what? I found 4 decant bottles or samples, whatever you want to call them, of, try to hold this to where you guys can see it. If I can get it to focus. It's not gonna focus for me. There it is. If you can see it. Anyway, it's Parfums de Marly. All 4 of these. This one is Galloway. This one is Godolphin. This one is Pegasus. And this one is Herod. And those of you who are familiar with Parfums de Marly should know if they come in these kind of samples or not. But I've never dealt with them, so I'm just assuming that this is what it is. So what I decided to do, if I can do this without making a mess, is I was going to try to pump from this Herod into this and just see what kind of juice coloration I get. Now, this is not going to prove yay or nay definitively what color it is, because this could be from an earlier batch. This could be from a later batch. But I just want to see what this is going to produce by me pumping it into this. So let's see if I can do this without making a mess. So this particular one is darker than this one, clearly. So obviously, one or two things. This is either from an earlier batch, or people are passing around a later batch variation, or I'm not saying it is or it isn't. It could be something different. So that is what I got from this particular. Let me show it again. It says Herod. From, no, it's kind of hard to see, Parfums de Marly. And they are in these kind of bottles. It's all black. I don't know if this is, how they actually come from Parfums de Marly, but that's what it says on the bottle. And this is the juice that was produced from this bottle. And clearly it is a darker coloration than this one. Now, y'all know me. Y'all have seen my videos before, and I am a man with integrity, and I can admit when I'm wrong. But in this case, it's hard for me to say because I've gotten so many responses saying that this is the new batch variation. And what I want to do is I want to spray I'm going to spray myself on this hand. And I'm going to spray this on the other hand. And I already know what this smells like. Even before I sprayed this on my other hand, I can tell you now they smell identical. They're identical. They're definitely identical. So, I mean, whether these are two different batches or one is real and one is fake, I don't know the difference, but they smell identical. Now, I don't know what the performance is like on this one because I haven't, like I said, this is my first time dealing with Parfums de Marly. But I know with this one, I got 8+. And that's off of like 3 or 4 sprays because this is powerful. It's really strong, but it smells great. So whatever the case may be, I know it's going to be some people on there that's going to be like, I told you. And it's going to be some people who saying, hey, man, batch variations, you know, yada, yada, yada. Whatever the case may be, it is what it is. To my nose, there is no difference in smell, period. They both seem strong. I'm not sure, like I said, what the longevity and projection is like on this darker color one, but I know about this one. And I got at least 2 to 2.5 hours of good strong projection out of this. Turned into a skin scent in which it was still kind of strong. When most of the time when you see or hear somebody say skin scent, you think of a scent to where you have to like damn near put your nose on your arm like this. But no, I didn't have to do that. I can just get close like this and still smell it. And to me personally, that's still going. I know some people think that after the projection dies down and it turns into a skin scent, that's when it stops and all this kind of shit. But, you know, that's how you guys rock. I don't rock like that. If I can still smell it faintly on my skin, it's still going. That means, that means if somebody gets close enough to me to hug me or lay their head on me, they'll be able to smell it. So it is what it is. But to me, there's no difference. I can't pick up anything different in this. They smell identical to me. So whether this is an early batch variation and this is the newer one, I don't know. The only sure way to know is to contact Parfums de Marly and try to find out. To me, I don't have access to do that because these companies, they tend not to deal with a lot of us small time reviewers. So maybe some of you guys, like, I know exactly who I think I'm going to reach out to. yeah, I'm gonna reach out to somebody I know that's knowledgeable, and actually was the one who started this, so he's been around for a long time. I'm gonna reach out to somebody. I'm not gonna mention his name right now, but I just want to see what he has to say. But I'll get back to you guys with an update on this one and see what happens. But for the most part, I know this probably will make some people happy. I did spray this from this Herod from Parfums de Marly into this decant bottle, and that is the dark colored juice that came out of it. And this is the supposedly new batch variation, I'm assuming. And we're going to get to the bottom of this. That's what I do. I don't like to give my subscribers false information. I don't want to be like a private investigator and try to, you know, track down every single thing that I get. But this one in particular sparked my interest because as soon as I posted it, somebody posted a picture of a darker colored juice that was like this and said that that's how it's supposed to be. That's the batch that he has, and he don't know why that mine is this color. So we're going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to reach out to this person that I was just talking about to see if I can get some feedback. And I will do an update and let you guys know. But that is all I have for you right now. I'm not doing anything right now but watching Final Destination, which was one of my favorite movie or movies, because it had a lot of sequels to it. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish watching this one. I gotta get out of here and wash some clothes. I thought I was gonna be going to Jacksonville today. I know Matt from Georgia Gent was gonna go back to Nordstrom or the rack stores again, and I was gonna tag along, but I guess he has some other things to do. So therefore, I am just gonna kick it here. I was gonna go to the rack stores also, but I went, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, and they didn't have Jack over there. So I'm not going to waste any time going back over there today. I have noticed though, in TJ Maxx, they started getting gift sets in already. And that means that they're starting to gear up for the holiday season. I also saw at Bell's, which is a couple of stores down from TJ Maxx, they already done started setting out their tables. And they're going to start putting out their holiday stuff, which is where I found a lot of good fragrances last year, also around the holiday time. So if you have a local Bell's, or I think it's called Burke's or something else in other parts of the country, check those stores out also. Don't sleep on Bell's, because I slept on Bell's a long time ago when I was younger, in middle and high school, and right after high school. And I didn't know that they sold colognes. As many times as I used to go in there, I used to see a lot of cheap cologne like that what do you call it, city trend type stuff. But I never paid attention to real actual designer colognes in there. And I don't know if they sold them back then, but they do now. So make sure you stop into your local Burke's or Bell's and check them out and see what they have, because I have found some hidden gems. I know all of those Playboys I had came from there, and I bought quite a few other like Tommy Bahamas and stuff like that. They do have some damn good gift sets in there around the holiday time, some real stuff like you find at TJ Maxx, not that phony baloney. I know Rihanna has one, I forgot the name of it, that's real popular. I saw that one, but I kept passing on it because I didn't know anything about it. And my sister bought it for her old man, and gave me something cheap last Christmas that wasn't even worth wearing. I know it's the thought that counts, and all that sounds bad, but I keep it 100. I would have much rather have gotten Rihanna than to get what I got. So it is what it is, man. Call me what you want. I can deal with it. I've been called worse. Anyway, I am out of here, guys. It's been your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense. Got red juice. Here's to smelling great. Peace.